It's now my opportunity to briefly share with you some of my thoughts. 2013 at King's has been a year to celebrate and reflect upon with a great sense of joy and pride. Invariably, my year started in January with a little anxiety as I eagerly awaited the release of our NCA results. As Tim has already shared, my anxiety really was misplaced. And the results reflected the hard work both staff and students have exerted during the course of 2012. Our Level 1 and 2 results continued on their sharp incline, while the Level 3 results were, to be honest, a little below expectation, but still managed to exceed national averages. 10 scholarships represented a fair return for those striving for that elite level, and pleasingly we were able to maintain our position as the premier state boys' school in New Zealand in terms of average NCA pass rates. That's something certainly to be proud of. The knocking machine does continue, however, and there are those who, in the face of their own struggles, have decided their best course of action is to be critical of our success. We'll continue to leave them to their negativity and focus exclusively on the success and development of our students. The truth is, the work required to motivate, encourage and drive our students to reach their potential leaves no energy or time to consume ourselves with what others are doing or saying. In February, as school commenced, we were delighted on day one to have 227 sets of Year 9 parents entrust the education and development of their sons to us. Since the school was established in 1936, there has never been this many Year 9 students attend our school. What an exceptional group of young men they have proven to be. There is no denying that right at this time we are part of and in the middle of growing something very special at our school. I'm delighted to report, as Tim has already indicated again, that our Year 9 enrolments for 2014 are likely to mirror or even exceed this year's record intake. The rest of the year has been punctuated with great stories and great successes. Academically, another impressive year, continuation of the increasing number of high distinctions in national and international assessments, and also the promise of great NCA returns beckons. In the sporting realm, successes have ranged from the national age group selection of individuals like John Thorne, Josh McCombie, Joseph Orr and Jacob Hurry, accompanied by Tame Govarts winning the national swimming title, to the performances of our under-15 hockey team winning the Tanner Cup, and our touch, small ball, softball and football teams performing well in the national and South Island stages. In the cultural domain, our Kapahaki group swept all before them in the Otago Southland Regionals, winning all but one of the awards, and they were absolutely superb. Harry Smith was once again selected in the National Secondary School Brass Band, and we completed another successful stage challenge and production season. We're also delighted to receive this year one of only 7 National School of Character Awards. The winning schools were deemed to have demonstrated outstanding character initiatives that have yielded positive results for student behaviour, citizenship, school culture and academic achievement. And it's really here with this idea of character development that I want to pause for just a few moments this evening. In last year's address, I spoke about one of the key factors in the transformation and resurgence of our school. I identified the line as being one of those key elements. The idea that there is clarity of expectation and accountability for students and staff at our school. One of the other essential ingredients to the change that have taken place has been our focus on the development of character. Many would suggest that our core business as an educational institution centres on the development of the mind. My belief is that our central business is actually twofold. Yes, it's about the mastery and development of skills, the mind, if you like. But it's also about the building of character, the heart. And if the title for last year's address was The Line, then this year's would simply be The Heart. It's my conviction that all good schools and good teachers consider the development of character as being central to their purpose. For us, to build good men is our purpose, that is our mission. That means to build men of character. That means to instill and deposit in the hearts of our young men the image and the knowledge of what it looks like to be a man of character and the conduct that is associated with being such a man. Unfortunately, it's my observation that intentional instruction in character education, especially in secondary schools where I would argue it is actually required the most, has waned to the point where this practice has become relatively rare. Why is that? In my view, it's because in our increasingly liberal world, it's considered inappropriate to promote one set of values that might in some way violate the beliefs, values, and rights of those holding different views. While some people may hold that position and are entitled to, in a school context, it comes at a cost. The cost is you cannot engage in character education, because maintaining neutrality in teaching character is not possible. There has to be right and there has to be wrong. There cannot be this moral relativism that pervades much of our society. Our school, in my opinion, must promote some moral values if we are to be successful in building any character in our young men at all. We must be transparent, we must be decisive, and we must refuse to compromise some core values and key positions. And that's exactly what we've been doing. Promoting clear moral values and in the process building men of great character. Does it work? Well, you already know the answer. Because it's the wisdom of the ages that we're employing. Does it work? There are a plethora of statistics that scream yes. Listen to the comparison in our school stats between 2009 and 2013. NCA Level 1 pass rates have increased by 27%. NCA Level 2 pass rates have increased by 25%. NCA Level 3 pass rates have increased by 89%. Not 89 percentage points, but 89%. Our excellence endorsements have increased by a whopping 1,300%. And our merit endorsements by 67%. There is no doubt that in combination with our other programs, character education has and is having a positive academic impact. But perhaps through the impact of character education, or the impact of it will be most clearly evidenced in student behaviour. Because character and behaviour are inextricably linked. Character drives behaviour, just as behaviour demonstrates character. Between 2009 and 2013, our school roll has increased by roughly 40%. An indication in itself the community thinks what we're doing is working. And I thank many of you for voting by sending your sons our way. During that time, the stand downs in our school have decreased by 61%. And if you know me, you'll know there's been no softening of the line. What there has been, though, is a significant decline, even with the sharply increasing roll, of incidents that warrant a stand down. That's because we're reaching the hearts of our young men. That's because they're embracing the character education that we are delivering and doing our best to live. As a school, we're privileged to have the extraordinary opportunity to not only develop the minds of our young men and enhance what they know, but also to reach their hearts and affect who they are and what they do. Yes, it's about the line, but it is equally about the heart. And at our school, everything we do will continue to be aligned to excellence and ethics. I'm delighted to announce this evening that the Board of Trustees have confirmed this commitment by appointing a full-time teacher to the role of character and leadership development commencing in 2014. From my perspective, this is an inspired decision and one that will only serve to enhance the development of our young men. Tonight I also want to thank the parent body for allowing us the privilege to reach into the lives of your sons, to touch their hearts, and in most cases reinforce the principles that you've already instilled.